good evening, and welcome to my channel, Positivity in Motion. I am Victoria, and I am pleased to be here with you again this Sunday evening. On my channel, I come weekly and share with you tips on things that I hope will help kickstart you into having a fantastic week. Those of you who have been with me for some time and from the beginning, I appreciate you. I appreciate the comments that you leave for me, sharing with me how these videos help you throughout your daily and weekly lives. It really means a lot to me. I'm still, though, looking for ideas on things that I can cover so that I make sure that I'm sharing the things with you that can benefit you and not just what I feel is good for you. But I'm excited that you continue to pop in here. And for the newcomers, I'm excited to see you as well. Peace, love, and joy to you. Welcome to Positivity in Motion. Now let's get in motion. Now that TikTok is back, did it ever leave? No, which I didn't think that it would, but it's always good to be prepared. So, with that in mind, I wanted to take some time to go over just a few strategies that you can use to continue to protect yourself and your channel from future issues. I think they say we're like in a 90-day wait period on this TikTok thing. So, regardless of that, though, it's important that we remember that platforms can and may collapse. You have to be prepared for that. Thinking ahead and developing strategies can protect you and your platform. So rather than waiting for a potential collapse, it's crucial that you are forward thinking. And let's cover a few areas that might be able to assist you in that. One thing that you want to consider is you want to be proactive rather than reactive. Proactive rather than reactive. Being proactive allows you to control your situation. Waiting for a collapse means you are reacting to circumstances that can severely impact your reach and your livelihood. So you want to be strategic and planning, and that can help you stay ahead of potential challenges that come up. So you want to be proactive. Remember that the social media platforms are evolving landscapes. They are constantly changing. They have to, due to new policy, due to trends, due to behaviors from the users. They have to be on their game as well. So for you, by thinking ahead, you can adopt quickly to these changes rather than being caught off guard, like many were, when platforms directions shift or it faces unforeseen issues. So you got to be mindful of evolving landscapes as well. Risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. Relying on one single platform is very risky. It's sort of like investing. You have to diversify. In case one level goes up or down, you can balance out. You want to do the same thing with your platforms. Platforms can close, change algorithms can happen, or you can become unpopular without warning. So by diversifying your presence and strategies, you can minimize the risk of losing everything in one platform if that one fails by diversifying out. And that's something to consider. That was a huge hit with TikTok because many of you only have TikTok. And had it collapsed, that would have been very devastating. So you do need to consider that as well. You want to try as best as possible to build resilience on your platforms. So you want to develop strategies early. You want to create a more resilient business model. This can be through navigating changes that can help avoid disruptions and help you maintain your audience during times of instability. I mean, even with TikTok, many of you closed down or had already said, I'm out of here, and it stayed. So, and many users who may have been on your platform clicked out. And I received notice from some that once they clicked out, they couldn't readily get back in. Of course, I encourage them to keep trying, and hopefully many of you have gotten back on. So you want to keep that in mind also. This is something new that I'm doing that I should have been doing all along, and I'm picking it up. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notifications button so you're aware when I come on and when things are happening on the channel. Hit the like and subscribe button, okay? So go ahead and do it now. I'll wait. I think that was long enough. I'm not very good at waiting anyway, so. But just remember to hit the like and subscribe and to hit the notification button. Now, maintaining control is another step. Thinking ahead gives you more control over your content and brand. Instead of being at the mercy of a platform's rule or fate, you create your pathways to your own success. Maintain control. You have to think now. What if this happens next year or 5 years from now, or 3 years from now? What's going to be my strategy? How am I going to strategize now so that I'm not as impacted? I can't say that you won't be impacted at all, but you want to try to mitigate some of that down so you're not as impacted as what you would be if you were not ready. This is the one that I like. The one thing about TikTok, the possibility of it shutting down, I felt that it gave more opportunity for growth. And as you explore the different strategies and platforms, you may discover new opportunities, that you can consider before anything happens. It's an opportunity for change and for you to focus on doing something else, which can enhance your brand as well as your income streams. Very, 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 very important. Now, the final thing that I'm going to cover, which I think is most important, we have to protect our mental soundness. So you want to be emotionally prepared. Emotional preparedness, yes. Planning for uncertainties help you mentally prepare for potential setbacks. I mean, the discussions that were going on from the different platforms when people thought it was really collapsing was unbelievable. You don't want to be in that situation if you can avoid it. So you want to have already planned for the uncertainties mentally for potential setbacks. This preparation, though, can reduce your stress, which is what you need to do, and anxiety, allowing you the opportunity for challenges with confidence and clarity versus panic based on the uncertainty. Thinking ahead and creating strategies to protect your platform is essential for maintaining stability, adaptability, and growth. In a dynamic digital environment, you have to think. You have to be proactive versus reactive, which was item number 1 that we covered. Waiting for potential issues can leave you vulnerable, not only emotionally, even physically. Some people can get sick. They can work themselves up. And certainly we don't want to leave out financially, because some of you make a considerable amount of money with your different platforms. You don't want to have that tampered when you have obligations that you have to meet. So the best thing that you can do, again, is to be proactive versus reactive. You don't want to wait for potential issues that leave you vulnerable and unprepared, which may significantly impact your success. You want to be on that thing. You want to be ahead of the game. Now, last week we discussed specific areas of things that you can do to protect yourself as a content creator, or even someone who's considering coming into, establishing a platform. Those strategies that I covered can be implemented and prepared for uncertainty that arise in the digital world. I encourage you, if you have not viewed that you go back and review that video and remain on top of your A game. That is your responsibility, because the platforms, like we've said, are continually evolving. And it has to, because the world is changing so quickly. But by taking these steps, you can create a more suitable foundation for your content. You can adapt to an ever-changing social media landscape. I would not say with ease, but with better certainty by implementing some of these. So, as I get ready to sign out tonight, let me just go back over very briefly what we said you need to do to help secure your platform. You want to be proactive versus reactive. You want to act and think now, not later after an event has occurred. You want to recognize that social media is an ever evolving landscape and can change at any moment. And you need to be ready to quickly adapt to these changes on your platform. You want to risk mitigate. You don't want to put all of your information on a single platform, because that's risky. Now, I know some of you will opt to do that, and it's a personal decision. I'm just saying that it's very risky, and you may want to not do that. You want to build resilience on your platform by establishing strategies early. Establishing strategies early. You want the control over your channel. Thinking ahead gives you that control. It is also an opportunity for growth. Don't always be shaken when things change. Look for answers on how you can adapt to the change and still be successful. And it can be done. And then you want your emotional stability to be intact. You want to plan for the uncertainties as best as you can, so you can stand on your 2 feet and come out boxing and fighting like a champ. And I believe that you will. So I want you to wake up every day this week knowing that you are fantastic. There is only one you. There is no one else on this side of life with your fingerprint, just you. Have a good night's rest. Monday morning kicks off work for many of you. Go in with a smile. I've heard that a lot of people now are being forced back into the office, especially federal and state employees. Don't look at it as a negative. Always try to find something positive in situations that occur to you. But you're on this side of life for a purpose. I encourage you to find your purpose and get on it. I'm Victoria, Positivity and Motion, signing off. Everyone have a fantastic week. Good night.